Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Action Comics issue number 1009. There's a little bit of deflection here between Lois and, Lois and Amanda Waller. Like, it's like, it's not my fault, it's your fault. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into this. So, this was a fairly interesting comic book, and I stress interesting. Chaz. I think she said it 7 times. A whole bunch of other people said it also. I got to the point where I swear to God, if I was walking down the street and I saw somebody named Chaz, I'm whooping his ass. I am straight grabbing this guy. I'm snatching him up by the collar, and I'm just whooping his head. Bam, bam, bam. Say your name. I dare you say your name. Shazam. That might save him. That one might save him. But oh my God, I was so mad at Chaz. So look, I've never seen this before. Basically, look, the rundown is Amanda Waller gets attacked by freaking Leviathan. I think it's she who shoots her Lois's mom or Lois's dad. He goes down. He has like a fake heart attack or whatever. Anyway, he gets put in the hospital. It's hard to understand what the hell's happening here. Like if you're trying to cause confusion. Mission accomplished, mother fathead. Mission accomplished. I'm sitting here kerfluffed like, You remember the old Tim Allen not commercials, the old Tim Allen stand-up commercials? And I'd act like that. I'm so baffled. What the frig? Anyway, so yeah, freaking knucklehead Amanda Waller, she winds up getting the blame for everything that Lois went and actually did. More on that in a minute. And they finally come to a really weird way of concluding that Spiral is the answer to everything. Remember Dick Grayson, Agent of Spiral? Yeah, there's been Spiral in a couple of... It's basically Spiral, if anybody's not a huge DC fan. Spiral is basically S.H.I.E.L.D., but in the DC universe. Yeah, like that. Anyway, so... I don't know, man. They somehow they decide. Like I read the thing. I swear to God, I read the thing twice, and it was just a really weird way of putting these things all together like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, Spiral has the most in common with all these things. All those things have the most common with all those things. So what the frick are you talking about? Anyway, they decide they've got to infiltrate Spiral. And I guess it makes sense that Dick Grayson can't go because there is no Dick Grayson anymore. It's just Rick. So perfect timing, Bendis. Perfect freaking timing. Mr. Bendis, showing respect. But dude, like it was such an off-kilter way of deciding we've got to go after Spiral. So this is where Lois starts talking about Chaz. Chaz? Chaz! Chaz! Oh my God, Chaz! They really do not want to... I'm convinced. I'm convinced at this point. Like maybe they're trying to make her likable and they think this stuff makes her likable. I don't know how anybody... Honestly, it's like rich people running to be politicians. You're rich. You don't understand most of us. Even if someone is just actual true middle class, which the middle class is squandered few far between, and everybody who thinks they're middle class isn't. Just saying, if you don't own your home, and if you have a mortgage, you don't own your home, then you are not middle class. Okay? Just done. Conversation's over. Like that right there, biggest factor. If you do not own your own home, you cannot call yourself middle class. So anyway, economics aside, it's like some rich dude going up into, Jeff Bezos or whoever running for freaking office. These people don't, even if they used to be poor, they don't know what it's like to be poor anymore. They have no idea what it means to be poor. None of them. Most of them are trust fund babies anyways. They've never once been truly poor. They'll say nonsensical things like, oh, I saw a poor person in the street and he asked for $1. And I thought to myself, this person is not $40 million in debt, and I am, so therefore this person has more money than me. Jackass, where did you sleep tonight? Because you're seeing where he's sleeping tonight. So no, rich people cannot associate with poor people, and that's what I'm seeing here. Brian Michael Bendis is a rich person running for president who thinks that he understands poor people. And no, you do not. Lois is the least likable person in comics right now. Dude, I like Amanda Waller. I'm rooting for Amanda Waller at this point. I hate Amanda Waller because she represents everything that's evil in the DC universe. Everything that's shifty and undermined. And even when she's championing good, you're like, but how did she get around doing that? Oh yeah, by capturing living human beings, putting bombs in the back of their head, F their families, and saying, go off and do these bad deeds, or I'm going to push this button and you're going to die in a horrible explosion, and everybody around you likely too. Dude, no. She's a terrible human being. Mariah Hill, probably just about as bad. Nick Fury, probably just as bad. I don't care if it's white, black, or the other black Nick Fury. They're all bad. They're all bad. They can't get right because they're all bad. And here, I'm rooting for freaking Amanda Waller because Lois turns around and she's all like, how did you find out Clark and Superman are the same person? How dare you know that? I didn't trust you with that secret. No, you trusted your father. Now, how easy would this have been, guys? How easy would this be? I think that any of us could have come up with a better way of doing this than Mr. Bendis, because for the love of God, how hard is it to just simply have at one point Lois and Clark, yelling, how'd you find this? Instead of yelling at her, just yelling in general, just, hey, how did you find out? Did my father tell you? And then Clark could simply say, when you and I agreed off camera, off panel, that you would tell your father my secret, it was never our intention that should get back. And we trusted him to not get that information to Amanda Waller. So, honey, how did Amanda Waller find out about this? How hard would it have been to write in something like that? That Clark knew that Lois told her father Clark's secret identity. Because it's not your secret to tell. No, it's partly. It's a third your secret to tell. Part of that secret also belongs to Clark. Part of that secret also belongs to John. Hell, part of that secret also belongs to Clark's parents. Anybody who knows their lives are now in danger. And Lois has not zero right, but she does not have anywhere even close to 100% right to tell anybody, not even her biological father. Anybody. And that is despicable that she did that. And this nonsense turning around and getting met, because basically, let's be realistic. If Amanda Waller did find out from the dad, do we think that she just said, I think you've got a secret that I should know. I'm going to torture you until you tell me. Or that her dad simply said, hey, by the way, Amanda, guess who my daughter's having sex with? Yeah, he put a ring on it. It was with an S on it. Dude. How do you get mad at Amanda Waller for that? How do you get mad at Amanda Waller for that? No, I'm sorry. And then this whole thing with Chaz, with this, I've never seen this before. And somebody please let me know if you've seen this before in the Superman or action, whatever, any kind of Superman comic book, some kind of kryptonite that's apparently been created. This is manipulated kryptonite that can turn him into Chaz. It not only turned him into Chaz, but gave him automatic deep cover. Like, apparently Spiral has people that are deep cover for years. They don't even keep contact with their people. No money comes out of a fund or anything like that. They find their own money and all this stuff. Sure, because that's the way that, you know what? Let's ask Tom King if that's the way that the CIA works. Oh, but it's Spiral. They're super magical. Come on, man. And he's got a phone that's untraceable. I guess that was just in the box too and I didn't see it. No, he used his own phone to talk about, this is Chaz Donnan, and I need a pickup immediately. We've been discovered, blah, 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 blah. Somebody just does a little bit of work. He seems to be calling from Clark Kent's phone. I don't see that's weird. He's going to have to explain why he's calling from Clark Kent's phone. Oh my God, he looks like, Donnan looks like Chaz, looks like Clark Kent, but with curly hair and clenching his teeth. Come on, dude. Is anybody here buying this? I'm not buying this. Unfortunately, I bought it. But I ain't buying it. I ain't buying the story, bruh. I'm just not. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. It's unbelievable. Nothing in this comic book makes sense. Nothing. And why are we still trying to root for why are they trying to make it seem like we're going to root for freaking Lois? Ain't nobody out there talking about Lois is the epitome of strength in the comic books. Shut up. I'm so disappointed in this comic book, dude. Wow, I am utterly disappointed in this comic book. And look, let's just be realistic. I'm not going to stop getting the comic book. I keep telling myself stop getting the comic book. But I don't. I continue buying it. Why? Maybe I'm simply not as smart as I'd like to think I am. Honestly, what other answer is there? Because I keep on buying the damn thing. Oh well. Oh well. I keep hoping somehow it's going to get better. And all of this, at the end of the day, is just simply for Bendis's thing coming up. Mr. Bendis has the Leviathan story coming up pretty soon. The Agents of Leviathan. I don't even remember what it's called. Age of Leviathan. I don't know. The pimple on the butt of Leviathan. Anyhow, sure. It's cool that we finally understand that it is, in fact, Talia al Ghul's Leviathan, not one of the other versions that we... I know I've seen at least one other before, and somebody told me that there was another one still for in the past. But like the Leviathan that I know of is the one that Talia runs in the Silencer comic books. So that's cool. That's cool. Like, hopefully we're going to get a crossover with Silencer and all that stuff. Looking forward to it. Genuinely looking forward to it, because that should absolutely happen. And if it doesn't, we got issues, bruh. Anyway, I can't recommend this comic book, but anybody who's a Superman fan, you're buying this comic book. Am I wrong? No, I'm probably not. It's funny. It's like they kind of snatch us by the balls, man. Like, what are we going to do? We can complain, but there is absolutely no reason for DC, for anybody, to hear us, to even pay any kind of attention to us. We're just white noise to them. We're just ambience. Because who cares? You're still buying the comic book. Is it one of the top comic books out there? No. But they're going to make some kind of excuse. Doesn't matter. People are still buying the comic book. Business as usual. Suck it up and drive on. Okay. Okay. What am I going to do? Rise up and revolt? Probably not. Anyway, is what it is. There's your comic book. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.